What's up, guys? It's Matt here with Thanks Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 5:29 p.m. Thursday evening, June the 20th, 2024, year of our Lord. I want to show y'all something real quick, man. Walk over here, get y'all turned around real quick. Ooh-wee. See that? Bring you down here on this end. Look at that axle. Look at the end of that axle, man. Ooh, Lord. See, the axle's bowed. Turn y'all back around. I just greased this thing. Just greased it not long ago. I don't know how often you're supposed to grease them. I've never looked it up. I grease it about every 6 months. I usually do it in the middle of the summer, and I do it right before the season starts. Which this time I did it in December, or either January. I think it was December. I think it was right before New Year's when I did it last. But turn y'all back around. Well, we'll walk over here, and I'll turn y'all back around real quick and let y'all see the rim on this thing. That rim did not look like that yesterday morning. This evening, once the sun goes down, I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna put this tire on there, and I'm gonna put this one right here. Now I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a groove worn in the treads right there, and I ain't trusting it. That's what I get, guys. That's what I get for being scared to spend money. I've had the cash to buy 6 of those things. 6 new trailers. And I have refused to do it because I was scared to. And I'm still scared to. But you know what? I'm going to buy one. I got lucky yesterday, man. I was done with my route. I was backing in my driveway, and as soon as I backed in, as soon as there's a slight elevation difference from the road to my driveway, and it's a little hump when you back up onto the driveway or when you're leaving out of my driveway. But when I hit that hump, I heard a very loud clang sound, and I looked in the mirror to see what was going on. I was actually watching my passenger side mirror, and I looked, didn't see anything, looked on the driver's side, and my wheel was bowed out like that. And I said, what the hell is going on? And I don't know where it happened. All I know is that I did not hear it until I backed into my driveway, and that's when I noticed it. I know riding down the road and driving through my neighborhood, everything rode smooth as you could ever want it to. And that happened. But I was looking online yesterday trying to see if I could replace, if it was something I could just replace the hub on. And yes, you can replace the hub on those axles, but I walked out there to look at the axle. Once I got the tire off, there's no replacing that hub. I mean, the hub can be replaced, yeah, but did you see the axle? The axle's shot. It's bent in the middle, for one, and for two, it's worn down right there at the hub face. So I honestly believe what happened is that the axle was bent. It got bent sometime within the past month or so, because it hasn't been riding, you haven't felt any wobbling or anything like that. It's been straight. It's been driving smooth like normal, like it should. And I haven't noticed any abnormal tire wear. And I check my stuff every morning, guys. Just, me being a truck driver by trade, I check my stuff. I do a pre-trip every day, and it's just habit. But I just think over a period of time, I don't know when it got bent, but over a period of time, it put a bind on the hub and wound up burning all the grease up that was in it. And eventually it just fell apart. Probably didn't take long at all. You know, metal on metal, it don't take long at all for it to wear out. But anyway, guys, I had to make an hour drive yesterday. Had a horrible day yesterday. Lost 3 customers between yesterday and today. And I'll get into that in a later video. But yeah, just terrible. So had to make an hour drive. That was the only place close enough that had an axle in stock that would fit my trailer. And so I had to drive to Waynesboro, get an axle before they closed. Came back home, and when I was trying to take the leaf springs loose, I snapped 2 of the bolts with the impact because they were rusted so bad. So, and that's with WD-40 and heat and everything else, and it didn't work. So by that time, everything was closed. There was nothing open that sells hardware or anything like that. So I had to reach out to all of my customers today and let them know that I would be postponing their stuff. They all told me just to wait till next week. It's not going to affect us in pay at all, you know, because I pay myself every 2 weeks, and but there is one customer I'm actually going to mow him 3 weeks in a row to make sure he gets all of his mows. But reached out to everybody was fine, told me just to push it back a week, don't worry about it. And it's their words, this is their words, it's just grass, man, it'll be okay. And they told me to take care of my stuff, man, make sure I'm able to make money. And so I was thankful for that, you know, because there's a lot of customers out there, and I actually have some customers that wouldn't have flown with. But everybody told me just to make sure that I'm able to make money, man, get my stuff taken care of so I can make a living, and just to push me back a week if need be. But woke up this morning, went to the hardware store, bought some hardened bolts. It was I had to buy 4 3-inch by 9/16 bolts, and the nuts too. Just out maybe $10, I think it was. It wasn't much at all for those 4 bolts, but got it installed. I finished everything up probably about, if it wasn't for everything being rusted on there so tight, man, it probably would have took me maybe 2 hours at the most to swap that axle out. But with everything being as rusty as it was, and me working by myself, all I had was 2 jack stands and a floor jack. And it took me a little while, man. I finished up probably about, I put my last tool up at about 12:30 this afternoon. So everything's fixed up, ready to go for in the morning. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead. It's not gonna be this weekend. It'll probably be one day next week. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a 7x14 tandem axle trailer and just be done with it for a little while, you know. I'm still trying to conserve. I want a 16-foot trailer, but I'm still trying to conserve money. I'm still scared to spend, but I'm gonna go, at least I'll have a tandem axle trailer. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy the 14 because I really don't have to have a 16 right now. I'm gonna wait until I buy a walker to get a 16. But sucks, man, it really does. I don't like to be put behind, but at the same time, that's part of business, man. You deal with breakdowns and stuff like that. So I'm just thankful that it happened while I was backing into my driveway and didn't happen on the road and me dump out some equipment. But let this malfunction, let my mistake and my stupidity be a lesson for all of you that are watching. The first thing is, don't be scared to spend money, okay? If you're in business, I get it. If you're like me, you just went full time, you're scared to spend money, you don't know how things are going to go, and you're terrified to make big purchases. I fully understand that, and that's what got me into this position right here. But the bottom line is, you have got to spend money. You've got to spend money. You've got to have money put up, and I do. I've got money put up. I can afford, like I said, I could go out and buy 6 of these things right now if I want to. But just being stupid, it could have been a lot worse than what it was. But let that be the first lesson. You got to spend money to make money. Okay. Lesson number 2 is, if you're hauling 2 lawnmowers, especially one of them being a 61 and the other one being a 36, and you've got other equipment on your trailer as well, like trimmers, blowers, fuel cans, a push mower, make sure you have a tandem axle trailer, man. Don't be trying to do that on one axle, a 3,500 pound axle. Because here's the thing, that axle is rated for 3,500 pounds, okay? That's just the axle. That's not the trailer. That's not saying that the trailer is rated for 3,500 pounds. That's saying that the axle is weighted for 3,500 pounds, okay? That trailer probably weighs 1,000 pounds, maybe more by itself. That 61 weighs 975, and the 36, I want to say, is somewhere between 850 and 900. I can't remember what the specs are on it, but I've also got, that's, you're looking at right at 3,000 pounds right there alone. I've got a 200 pound push mower, it's 3,000 pounds with the 2 standers and the stander X, the stander I, and the trailer itself. You're looking at about 3,000 pounds, probably more, probably closer to 3,500 pounds by itself. And then I've got the Toro Turf Master on there, which weighs 200. I've got 3 trimmers on there. You're probably looking at an extra 150 pounds right there. You got 2 black backpack blowers on there. You're probably looking at another, I don't know, 100 pounds maybe, close to it. Actually, probably about 40 or 50 pounds, I guess. And then a 5-gallon gas can and a 2.5-gallon gas can, however much they weigh when they're full. And then got a 4-gallon backpack sprayer on there that I keep full all the time, and a 3-tier trimmer rack, 2 blower racks, a backpack sprayer rack, a 5-pound spool of weed eater string, and a weed eater string holder. So you're probably looking at somewhere around 4,200 pounds. It well exceeds the weight limit of that one axle. Don't be stupid like I was, guys. This could have ended up a whole lot worse than what it was. And truthfully, I don't think I bent that axle until I put the the Turf Master on there. A 70. I had the Toro recycler on there. You're talking about a 70 or 80 pound lawnmower versus a 200 pound lawnmower. It don't sound like much when you're talking about hauling weight, but every little bit helps, man. And you never know, that extra 120 pounds could have been what bent the axle. But let that be the second lesson, man. If you're hauling more than one lawnmower, if you're hauling 2, get a tandem axle trailer, especially if you're hauling 2 zero turns or 2 standers, or a stander and a zero, or a walk behind and a zero, whatever. Make sure you have a tandem axle trailer, man, because the last thing you want is for a hub to blow out or an axle to bend while you're riding down the road. And if this would have happened while I was out on a public road, there's no telling what could have happened, man. That tire could have came off, trailer could have flipped over or bent, tore up the frame on my truck, tore up the hitch on my truck, bent the tongue all the hell and back on my trailer, tore up mowers, equipment. There's no telling what could have happened. It could have been catastrophic. It really could have. And like I said, man, I'm just thankful that it happened backing into my driveway. So let this be a learning lesson to all of you, man. Make sure you've got the right equipment for what you are doing. from mowers, vehicles, trailers, trimmers, blowers, handheld equipment, whatever it may be. Make sure you have the right equipment, and make sure your equipment can hold up to what you are doing. 2 lessons here, guys. Have the right equipment. Don't be scared to spend money. You're a business owner. You have no choice. If you're going to succeed, you've got to spend money. But anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off here. About to do some research on some trailers. Probably going to be buying a brand new one day this week. And whenever I do, I will share that with y'all. But anyway, guys, I'm going to hop off here. I hope y'all have an amazing evening. And my week is basically done. So, all you weekend warriors out there, man, hope y'all have an amazing weekend. I hope y'all get out there and grow. Because after all, the goal is to go full time. And all you guys that'll be wrapping your week up tomorrow, hope y'all have an amazing weekend, and I hope y'all finish strong this week, man. But look here, until the next one, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. Holla at y'all. Bye.